So just like how we anticipated, the price of Bitcoin has officially broken out of this 100,000 resistance and also looks like getting attracted towards the next area of confluence. And in this video, we are going to talk about this next area of confluence and where that actually lies. Because if you look at this price action here in a different time frame using different scenarios, the price looks very interesting. So before I dive into the content, please guys, do me a favor and destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time too, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, on my previous video we talked about this ascending broadening wedge. I showed you guys the price in our case could be preparing itself for a continuation, which might look somehow like this, where the price of Bitcoin will be above 100,000, which it did. I mean, the ascending broadening wedge scenario which we talked in my previous video, it played out perfectly. Parallelly, I also showed you this bump and run reversal bottom with price objective above 100,000, which it did. But if you look at this price objective from this bump and run reversal bottom here in a daily time frame, it is still open. So what does this mean? If the price in the medium short term starts showing sideways movement, even if you pull back, we are not going to be bothered, because according to this bump and run reversal bottom, Bitcoin is expected to get attracted around 108, 109,000, even make a new all-time high. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. The price of Bitcoin in a daily time frame, according to this bump and run reversal bottom, is expected to continue higher towards to make a new all-time high, because we are aware it's not just only this bump and run reversal in a daily time frame, but even in a weekly time frame, Bitcoin broke out of this falling wedge. And just like what I showed you, Bitcoin has started with this new uptrend. And if this uptrend does exactly like what is shown here in an example, you can see the upcoming days for Bitcoin actually looks very bullish. Yes guys, Bitcoin looks like getting attracted towards the previous high and even higher, because this bullish continuation pattern is officially playing out. Because we are aware, beside the falling wedge in a weekly time frame, beside the falling trendline breakout or bump and run reversal bottom breakout, even according to this falling channel, Bitcoin is clearly in an uptrend. I mean, this is another bullish continuation pattern. Upper trend line acts as resistance, the falling channel or descending channel, upper trend line acts as resistance, lower trend line acts as support. In our case, we broke out of the upper trend line, which resulted in a bullish continuation. So according to this falling channel as well, where is our price objective? The price objective sits around previous high and also higher. That means according to this falling channel here in a weekly time frame, Bitcoin is expected to make a new all-time high. According to this falling wedge, Bitcoin is expected to make a new all-time high. And even according to this bump and run reversal bottom. And now, what I also want you guys to look at is this inverted head and shoulder type of formation. On my previous video, I showed you guys, even if the price, instead of a bullish break like this, starts showing weakness, gets attracted back towards the 91,000, please do not panic. That's exactly what I said. There might be just a temporary pullback, formation of a right shoulder before continuing with this uptrend. But if you look at it now, we had a small right shoulder, and after breaking out of this neckline from this inverted head and shoulder, we started with a very bullish candle. So what does this mean? If this bullish continuation is going to continue, price following this falling channel, price following this falling wedge, price following this falling trendline breakout or bump and run reversal breakout, then parallelly we will be also following this inverted head and shoulder type of formation with price objective above the previous high. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that there is a very high possibility of price making a new all-time high in the upcoming days. But what I also want you guys to look at is the price target for the month of May with the help of this leading indicator, because according to this leading indicator, you can see Bitcoin, just like how we anticipated, got attracted towards the first bullish target, which was around $102,000. Yes, this $102,000 was our first bullish target according to our leading indicator. And if this bullishness continues, the next target is this one here, the monthly R2, right? This will be our monthly R2. So this monthly R2 sits around $109,500, which will be making a new all-time high in my opinion. But what I personally believe is that price after testing the L1 line could be exhausted. This exhaustion could bring us to a move which might look somehow like this, and even a false break like this. I mean a free fall towards this VCPR before continue with this uptrend. It has happened, so that's why I want you guys to be a little bit careful. Since this here is a VCPR, there is a possibility of price testing this trend line once before choosing a duration. So in more than 90% of cases, this trend line has always been tested. In our case, it is open. So that's why, despite this being a bullish continuation pattern, I still want you guys to be a little bit careful because we might see a retest around this CPR trend line, the May CPR trend line, which could be around 92,000. So that's why I still want you guys to be aware. What in case if the price fails to continue with this uptrend, starts with another bearish continuation? Even if that plays out, even if the price instead of a bullish break starts breaking to the downside, that won't change the overall picture. I've been very clear. Monthly R1 line gets tested when the price is preparing itself for a new uptrend. So in our case, R1 line has been tested, which could be a preparation of a new uptrend. So even if the price after testing this R1 line starts showing another continuation in this manner, that will be just a temporary pullback. Please do not get confused, because price parallelly, not just only because of the CPR trend line, price parallelly is also following this rising channel, a bearish continuation pattern where upper trend line acts as resistance and lower trend line acts as support. So that's why what I want you guys to do is to be a little bit careful. If the price in the medium short term, instead of a bullish break like this, start trend more sideways moving, even pullback, please do not get left out. This will be just a temporary pullback, and I expect another continuation like this to play out, because price of Bitcoin, according to our leading indicator, has turned very bullish. Whenever we have seen a crossover like this, green line at the top, blue line at the bottom, Bitcoin has turned very bullish. So in our case, this is also a very nice crossover. I mean, this is a bullish crossover and it's sort of a pullback, just like what happened here. This Williams alligator indicator will be holding us, and price after that is expected to continue with this uptrend. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that looking into different time frame, looking into different scenarios, a new all-time high could be imminent for Bitcoin. And even if the price before continuing with this uptrend shows a continuation back towards the CPR trend line, that doesn't mean we are bearish. That will be just a temporary pullback before expecting another continuation in this manner. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share within this video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then guys, destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.